got some of these control wards in the back of the pit, but T1 Bro just pull off. In goes Owner, he steals it away. Obviously he was gonna steal it away. As now Roma looks for a flank angle, but he's on vision himself.
But I do otherwise think their comp is both more meta and more well-rounded than what Hanjin and Breon have on their side.
Yeah, not to mention, you know, Nocta and Jin just inherently work well together with the range of the curtain calls and the snap engage. And yeah, my goodness. Look at this. The Inspire Arena is entirely full. And Wolf, we've been there. That place is huge.
Let's go, guys. Game 1.
And this is regular season
T1,
LCK here in 2026.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of esports would be lucky to have their finals here.
Yeah, exactly. We did, in fact, have our finals here, Wolf. That did happen. And this is about as packed as it was then. As it turned out, it was pretty packed when we were there for the LCK final as well. But man, T1 certainly know how to draw a crowd. Let's see whether they can bring us a game as well. And I think that question really does rest with Hanjin Breon, because if they can make this interesting, my goodness, what a day it would be.
Let's go, guys. Game 1, T1 and bro. T1, please win the game, bro.
Wait.
No, I just did the T1 one.
That's what I was thinking. Where's my bro one?
Well, I don't know how many bro fans are there, so they're just trying to be polite, maybe.
Well, wouldn't you do, like, okay, casting.
By the way, you know, I mentioned Doran.
And a dice.
He,
Just flash on him, Casting. Don't be scared. Gankus Carrier is over here as well. Casting looking for a little bit of an angle as Doran wants to clear out the wave. Slice, dice, and Doran goes down. First blood for Casting and almost gets his health back as Roman's underneath the turret. There's a perfect execution and he dies! Still, Namgung's able to get the kill back. A 1-for-1 in the mid lane that was almost a disaster for the bro mid laner. Bro came to play today.
I mean, this is crazy. Now, Casting here obviously doesn't have level 6. Doran misses the weirding onto him because he's trying to clear the wave, so he doesn't actually get that extra damage through, so Casting has this kill. It's 100% worth in my mind there. He gets the extra 100 gold for first blood. Here, Romer unfortunately did not quite have the damage, and this is also incredibly risky because I know Keria is nearby. Goes for the ult in here.
Oh man, just barely. Good flash from Namgung to make sure that they get the kill.
If Namgung misses that, then it's a disaster.
Oh yeah. Champions that he will be able to use that ulti very effectively against us. There is the counter engage here from Ona. Turning it around towards Casting, the fear is perfect, and down goes the Crocodile.
If Owner, who has Paranoia, which I think you should expect at this point, is going to be able to join. And if Owner is anywhere on the top side, he comes and makes this play. And he was expecting this. Doran was like, I need some help. He goes to clear his Krugs, gets level 6 off of it, and he just gets the punish. So I think a bit of a misread there from Casting on turtle porting.
Yeah, the turtle port out of danger is what he went for there. As Roman once again looking for an opportunity, dodges the Emperor's Divide quite nicely here as he will land the backflip. And does he have the ulti? The perfect execution! Solo kill for Roma in his first game back after a hiatus.
So this is kind of expected as Romer finds the angle here, hits the Q, sidesteps. I mean, it's just a sidestep. It's not a flash. He just kind of baits him. If Faker pulls the trigger too early, he has the ultimate and wipes the floor with him.
And just barely makes it out with that one last turret shot. Carrier looking to come in and, predicts the dash away. Paranoia gets the flash as Ona may need to get out of here. Carrier was going to die otherwise as he does take a turret shot. And, well, there's the ulti out from Doran as well, so he's not going to be able to use this for said dragon. Casting can teleport down. I think this is a dangerous one for T1 to contest. I think he wants to kill. The flash in from Casting. He finds the Dominus, and the slice is there. Doran will be able to outplay it, though, as he takes out the Crocodile. Just kites him around. There's a Pop Blossom as well, as T1 looking to lock things down in the bottom side of the map as well. Gideon very, very low. Teddy does grab a kill, as I think that was a true shot barrage into the top lane. As now Faker's going to get taken out by Roma once again. Back-to-back solo kills from this Akali, and now he wants to take Carrier out of the equation at the same time. He's just pretending to be a mid laner.
Casting is laughing on the player cam after a disaster on the top side. I think really showcasing he is happy with how close this game is, despite a bit of a blunder there and a great outplay by Doran. He knows his mid laner just got a free kill. Now Casting here again, he knows Doran doesn't have Doran's trying to clear this wave, but doesn't have mana. So Casting's like, well, I get this. And instead of using his ultimate early, he wants to use it for the extra fury here, but doesn't hit the E, so he's not able to get the second E. If he has the second one, he kills him and escapes.
I think he also needed only like one extra of the Ticket Dominus as well.
Yeah.
Doran was clearing out the wave and just dies to Teddy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That might have been what Casting was laughing about.
I imagine it was.
And over here, Faker on the side just gets deleted. As you can see here, Keria cannot heal for him.
Namgung does get taken out by Paze, though, so this Jin doing exactly what he's supposed to. But Roma just figures it out, man. This guy's Akali's here for the bros. As Faker looking to grab some plates here on this bottom side. They know that Ona is here, but of course, very difficult to dive in Akali, as she does have a habit of being invisible.
Yes.
That Shroud is now down, and now he's actually looking for an all-in onto Faker. There's the Emperor's Divide as he flashes, but doesn't find the angle. Rift Herald is taken here. Is there another backflip? And the answer is no. Ona is just going to lap up the Akali.
I think he had to flash that Emperor's Divide. You know, you use the flash afterwards, and people watching the guy messes it up. Like, he's like actually the world record holder, but he's like, ooh, hold on, I'm gonna have to do this boss again.
Yeah, here we go.
This is kind of the moment here because he messed up the flash, but also
he flashes into the wall.
But
he ults into the wall and then flashes, and then he's just out of position.
Yeah, but he.
True Shot Barrage just going to help out with the Dragon at the minute, but doesn't really hit onto the T1 players who are biding their time. Doran is going to dash in, does look for the Elise. He does manage to make his way out of there, but it's the Nico that goes down. The steal comes through for Ona, though, and he takes down his opposite number. Roma now looking to see what he can get done, as Faker will be taken out. It's a massive Q from Casting to keep him alive, and now Teddy is trying to figure it out in the interim. Doran and Ona, oh, great flash to get Doran out of there, but is the Arcane Shift coming back off cooldown, and Teddy, as Faker is going to slink off into the fog of war.
A little bit dangerous here for Owner. Does have Faker's back, but a lot of people are here.
Yeah, let's see whether Roman can get himself out of here as the Emperor's Divide is going to push the Akali back. Goes Golden, is now Casting. Was thinking about going aggressive, does not decide to go in, and Roma, he's able to get out. Faker's now in such an awkward position, and Namgun gets it with a dash cannon. In goes Gideon, the wind becomes lightning, as now Owner is in trouble. He gets smote, and he should be taken down as Nevermind had to break the fear, but still Gideon gets on top of him, and now Jin versus Renekton is not a matchup that's great for the Jin that doesn't have buttons left over, as there's another audacious charge, and indeed it is audacious out of Gideon. Doran, he's given up on team fighting, he doesn't want to do that anymore. I can understand it, but now he's being chased down by Roma, who does have him walking the wrong direction. Still health bar advantage here as, Kali struggles to stop a teleport.
All the time, but this right here is T1 Circus. Like, screenshot it and put it as your wallpaper if you're a T1 fan. Because the idea is, we'll make a risky play, but we're all here. Like, look at where the rest of the team is on the other side of the wall. You got Paze and Kerry on the right side. They just get called out here. Faker's flash is like 3 seconds away, by the way, when he dies. He is so close to having flash up, doesn't get it in time. Miscalculation, you could argue. But then Owner's pushed away here, they cannot heal for him, and T1 just fall apart because there's another
Casting is the casting cone as well to engage onto Paze.
Exactly, he's casting coning in after TPing on the flank, and
it's perfect.
And then Doran's
casting.
Then Doran
with some great play out of T1 that we know they have in them.
Baker taking some damage. Romer is not here yet.
Yeah, is going to make his way in now, as Doran does a lot of damage to Namgung, but this time his health bar is looking all right. As T1 moving down towards this dragon, it's spawning right now, and T1 have positional advantage.
Bro could give this up, but they want to really force the fight.
Yeah, it looks like they do just want to commit to this. True Shot Barrage onto 3. Massive value here for Teddy as the bros move in. Arcane Shift forward. He is ravenous right now. As Between Worlds goes Doran just for some poke damage as he flashes forward looking to take down the elites. Pop Blossom connects as Carrier gets himself out immediately, but Roma's already taken him down. Faker gets in and he will find the Emperor's Divide, but they're losing the fight regardless. Owner is going to get hit by the Wind Becomes Lightning, and Faker is trying to kite with these Sand Soldiers, but Roma's at full health, ready to execute them. And Hanch and Breon, they get the soul, and I think they're in position to win game 1.
It's crazy. Now, this is one of Faker's most impactful moments in this game, but it's still not up. The fight is won by the True Shot Barrage. Like, it's very rare for that to actually happen.
3 people.
Yeah. And now Faker's at half health, and Faker has to really bide his time here. He's got flash and ult. Doesn't want to flash, wants to play slowly through Paze's ultimate here. Look at the angle that Faker takes. Like, watch Faker on the left side of your screen. He comes in here behind and goes deep for this, but they unfortunately don't have the bottom side of the fight won. The Akali is still incredibly relevant. This is such a tanky set of champions that are left here to chase them down, and eventually they end up getting Faker moments later. Now, Baron is here to be for the taking.
Oh dear, this could be where the Bros lose the game. They are just going to pull off the Baron as Casting. He can tank it pretty comfortably here. And they have Chemtech Soul, and he has a Spirit Visage. As Doran throwing some things around. Teleport does come in to make sure that they have some vision available, and they've also got some of these control wards in the back of the pit. But T1 Bro just pull off. In goes Owner, he steals it away. Obviously he was gonna steal it away. As now Roma looks for a flank angle, but he's on vision himself. And T1 just take the Baron and walk away.
It is almost comical how that happened. Here comes Casting
over here as well. It is very scary. Doran gets in there with the blast cone as Casting.
He's got the casting cone.
He does. There are two of them, in fact. Namgung thinking about trying his hand at one of those as well. And Faker wrapping around. They get on top of Teddy. Empress Fight is going to miss it, but it does not matter. As down goes the Ezreal. Roma gets into that backline, but this time there's no Ezreal to get that damage in. And Namgung is now dead. Can the Bros still find the angle? That's the question. Is there still a lot of damage? And Roma does do a bunch of work before going down. So is Casting, who is an absolute monster on this Renekton. The GA is eaten up here, and now T1 with only 2 left alive.
They have to fight for
to
this.
try and escape. Exactly right. Casting does try and slice on top of Paze, and he dices to get himself out of the way. And T1, I think they will be able to get control of this Elder area, and the Pros are just letting them take it.
I was so huge there from Paze. He spaced it incredibly well. He does so much damage.
11,000 damage.
So much damage. If Paze does not actually get that shot to land and do all that damage there to pop the GA early, then I think they might end up losing that Elder. Pretty crazy, but the main crux of this is Teddy didn't get to play the game. And after Teddy gets caught here, Romer is like, all right, let's see what I can do. He blast cones into the back line here, goes into the Shroud, and then was able to get access here to the pit. It's actually crazy how much damage Romer was able to get done.
Yeah,
in
he
this
played
fight.
it beautifully.
He
like
dies.
hitting the backflip before going into stasis to avoid the fear and then gets back into the fight. Very clean.
It's crazy what he was able to do there, and then it turns into a 2v2 here, but Casting just gets blasted, loses his GA here, and then cannot get close to Paze. Paze spaces this perfectly. And then that's the end of it. You know, they have Elder now. They have all those wards like, yeah, well, you're not flanking me from an area I'm worried about, so...
It's also the spirit of Jhin, right? This is Teddy versus T1, right? As Roma looks for Paze, he gets into that backline to flank. It may have paid off as he gets him down to the GA. Goes Golden here as well as Kerry gets in with the Pop Blossom. Roma finds the perfect execution and down goes Paze. It's a 1-for-1 as now Gideon is getting the value from this Chemtech Soul. Still holds on to his GA, and now it's Casting that dashes in. Gets on top of Faker. He will go golden though, and now Casting is going to survive. He's still slicing and dicing. He has that GA to keep him safe, and he's putting this Chemtech Soul through its paces. The Bros, they may have just done it. T1 have lost their carries.
I think this is going to be the push to end the game. Casting still has GA, so does Gideon, and there's just no damage here. Doran does go back up to full. He has to be the one to defend. He gets the GA.
Yep, there is one of the GAs taken down here and takes out Namgung as well. Doran has to do this by himself as Carrier doesn't have a massive amount of damage, and Ona is melee, and it is going to be enough to get the Bros out of here.
Yeah, he does do it. He does stop
25 seconds on Elder as well. It doesn't, so Roma can actually get to a fight around this Elder as soon as it's
They also have the real, they have real damage with this Ezreal, as this fight was crazy. We were debating what he was trying to do with the flank, and then he's just like,
whatever it was, it worked. It was beautiful.
And then Faker here is kind of caught, but I think we really need to go back to live because this Elder setup is really going to be game deciding. This is a very cool moment for Bro, but doesn't ultimately end the game. Now Elder is on the cards, and T1 have Owner in position. Casting's on the flank.
Yeah, another True Shot Barrage comes in. It's Casting. It's the Casting code one more time as Roma gets on in there to take him down, but still he's going to die. Casting slicing and dicing through the fight here, but it's Aurora that's doing so much damage. Dorn is just gigantic. Empress Dividers, Faker swoops in, and there's the Elder number 2 to go over to T1. This circus, ladies and gentlemen, they saved the best for the homestand, and the Bros, I think, are now in absolute absolute dire straits
Longest
as we do
game.
hit the longest game in 20 seconds time.
Well, at the end of the day, this time Doran's got the Elder. Owner is going to spell shield. And this True Shot Barrage is Teddy's last hope. They're trying to clear this wave so desperately.
Oh my goodness, they looked at Namgung and he almost just straight up died as Teddy Arcane shifted into the Aurora damage.
They clear the wave. They're going to get some time here to get Teddy up to as much health as he can get.
I mean, there's no Baron, right? So they're trying to utilize these death timers in order to go in. There's the Paranoias. Oh my goodness. These turrets just do not last. As now it's a naked Nexus. In goes Owner. He will be taken out by Teddy though, who manages to outplay it. Doran getting himself out of the way is this Nexus. It's so close to dead. It's Teddy! He takes down the Jin. It's a double.
God,
and he
bro.
executes Doran, but the Nexus will go down.
Woo!
And T1
Let's
wins
go.
the narrowest